I'm going to go over several tickers, starting with SPY. We ended the day at 603.75, up 0.40%. To the north side takes us to resistance and a potential take profit area, and that is roughly 605.67. This is an area we've been before in 2024, so ignore that yellow line. We are just retracing to certain levels again, and above that takes us to roughly 606.71. And should we be so lucky as to get to this level on Friday, that would take us to 607.80. But if we do wick up here, you can bet the ticker will sell off as people take their profits and they run. They will lock in and they will leave. And to the south side, if we hit this line, this turns into support, this turns into support, as well as down here. And the middle of the trend and the median takes us to roughly 603.44. Below that, at another level of support, 601.31, 625, and don't hold your breath for price to get to this level. That would be 599.19. Looking left, you can see there was a bounce here at support, sell off at resistance, grinding our way to the middle, through the middle of the trend. This is a clear area of resistance and a take profit area as well. Price fell down to support, bounced up to resistance, and then repeated the cycle. This gap is still in play to the downside. That will take us to roughly, well, let's just start right here. That will take us to 598.41. And this will take us to roughly 594.74. And apparently price hit a line that I marked out. And that here was 592.07, turned into support, and then we bounced off of that. That gap closed. All right, it's been a while since I've looked at SPY. Whoops. We've got another gap here. Many landmines to the south side, but right now it looks like we are still in an upward channel, moving farther away from these targets. Let me just show you what we look like on the daily. And on the daily, the channel to the north side takes us to roughly 643.79, and to the south side takes us to roughly 548.36. Moving on back to the 5. The next one I want to go over is Microsoft. We hit a 52-week high on this one, and I am deep into Microsoft. So that was nice to see. The 52-week high is 480.42, and the day's high obviously as well. But we ended at 478.87, up 1.32%. To the north side, 482.28, 484.41, and 486.57. This is your sell zone, your sell zone, your sell zone. The middle of the trend, the baseline, the median. If we get down, well, we're so close, of course we're going to touch this. This could grind sideways, or we could slowly make our way up. But by the end of the day on Friday, let me mark this out just for giggles. So on Friday, the outer band could be, we could end at 488.95, 486.76, 484.65, $476.01, 473.98, and 471.85. Oops, Command Z, undo any mistakes. So we have, oh, this is, I marked this, but it's in the wrong color. We gapped up, which means whenever we reverse, that will be to the downside in red. Let me change this to red. Okay. Support bounce, support bounce. This is resistance. You expect a sell off, but we went through and then sold off. Clear resistance. And what else is happening down here? Okay, we've got a gap to that area. What's happening on the daily? Oh, before I do that, I want to show you the 1-year price target, $514.93. So when we hit the high today, I thought, oh, maybe I should start selling off, I don't know, some of my shares to buy back lower, because whenever I get dividends, I'm buying in at a higher price. So I don't know, should I sell 100 shares just to get rid of something? And then I look at the price of this, the 1-year price target, and then I think, wow, if I just hung in there, played the long game, this will take us to 514.94, and that is up here, 514.94. Previously, the 1-year price target when I looked at it was 505, and then I get greedy, and then I look at this, and the 1-year price target, now it's a rolling tab. We have no idea when that 1 year starts. It's a joke, okay? But the max is a 700% return. Not a 700%, $700 price target for Microsoft. That is unbelievable to me. That's a 46% return from where we are. So I think, okay, maybe I shouldn't sell anything and just hang on there and then double my money again. So I vacillate on what to do. But you know, it's not going to be an easy journey to get to 700. That's buy it and then forget it for like 3 years, even though it says a 1-year price target. Don't trust that one. I do trust that we will get to 700, and I'll show you why here on the daily. All right, this is going to be a hot mess, but ignore all that. Oops. I know what everything is because I marked it out, but because I've marked it out so many times and then I don't go through and delete everything, then it becomes a hot mess, but that's okay. I know where everything is. All right, so we've got this level, we're at 478.87 right here, 487.39, and then to the north side, 510.79. To the south side, because there's always a south side. Look at this. The RSI is at resistance. I just use this as support and resistance, and we are clearly there. If you look back, there's no way that price will just continue to, to skyrocket without taking a pause. So the highest we've been on the daily, I'm not going to stretch it back anymore, but right here. Let me just snap a line right here. So we are here. We are overextended, and let me move this out of the way. Still going up, so we could hit 89 or we may not, and then start to roll over, and that's where you get a better buy-in. If you've bought in too high, you can dollar cost average on the way down, or take profit because you know it is going to go down. It's just a matter of time. So that's why I vacillate. I'm like, oh, I could sell some and then just buy back. But I haven't bought any in so long. I'm just collecting dividends, and it's been crazy. Crazy good, that is. Okay, so to the south side, we are here. Middle of the trend takes us back down to 417.36. And then below that, 370.98. But we're up here, so that's going to take a long time to get to down here if we even get down there. All right? So that is Microsoft. But again, congrats if you made some money off of that play. Let's go back to the 5. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you. Let me go to the monthly, and I'll show you something else. Oh, here. Apparently I was tracking this. I think this was in 2022. Yeah, I did a chart for this. $279. I never bought any because I bought way lower than that. And look at how we've started to rip. Thanks to AI, their subscription service, whatever. But Microsoft's performance positively impacted the stock market, aiding in offsetting declines in the Dow index, which was affected by a 5% drop in Boeing's stock. Oh yeah, that I should show you that, but I'll do that at some other point. Okay, so where, okay, I'm not an analyst. Command Z. Oops. Whoops. Gosh darn it. Clearly, I'm not an analyst. I don't need to be an analyst, okay? I just look at the chart. I look at the chart and I see, on the daily, that's where I like to troll for discounts, okay? And right now, the RSI is still turning up on the monthly. We're not overextended just yet, but we are getting frothy. We are hitting resistance. And look, just look left. You can see that anytime we hit this level, yeah, we could stay up here and then whoosh, you get slammed down. And that's why I'm like, oh, maybe I should lock in my profits. Okay, so where are we? So it says the 1 year price target is 514, but we are 478 right here. So basically along this line, let me just make it a little bit bigger, move this thing out of the way. So 514, all right, so one line is here, 582.35, 514 is here, and then the outer band takes us to $552.86. Well, to get to 700, the outer band, wait a minute. So if I go, oh my gosh, yeah, look at this. 700 is all the way, let me mark this out. 700, oh, get off the magnet, come on. 700 is right there, snap a line. Okay, so the outer band here, that's in, the two lines cross in 2036, so don't hold your breath for 700 to get there so quickly. So I don't know, could we get there earlier? Yes, but just a slow grind up. And that could be even, oh my gosh, way out. So I wouldn't even predict that far out. Right here to 549.57 in the outer band on the monthly. What? Trader Murat and I have looked at this. Oh, let's see, where did his note go? Oh, wait, it's way down here. Wow, we looked at this at when price was, oh, we looked at this when price was 415. Good entry point, he said, RSI 4-hour chart, check daily, gap on the 400, downside. Why did I put 5? I'm not sure. Anyway, I got to go back to the text or the email to see that. Okay, or the message. All right, let's go on to Aapl because Aapl has been tanking. And can I just tell you, I've already said this before, I'm going to reiterate this. I think it's time for Tim Cook to step down. He needs to go. Ever since he stopped with the production of the Apple car and spent, I don't know, was it billions of dollars in R&D, and then you stopped the whole project? Shame on you. He needs to go. Like, we need to clean house. And now they're all of a sudden turning to AI. You're too late. You're behind the 8 ball. It doesn't work that way. We need fresh blood. I mean, he's done very well for the company, but it's time for him to go. Just like my HOA board members. Gotta go. Okay, so that's an old public service announcement that I wrote up. Okay, so since I'm on the monthly, I'm going to give you the monthly. I'm at 199 here, 199.20. Oh my goodness, we're right down here. So to the north side, roughly 215.24. That's all I'm going to give you on the monthly. Oh, and to the south side, we have, I'll give you the south side because if you want to know where you're going to possibly bleed out to, 141.58. The last time I bought in, I believe, was in the 150s. Okay, let me go to the, well, let me give you the daily. We don't need to be people, unless you own the company, it's 5 years and that's it, go. Typically 5. I'll give you 10 for some people, okay? But most people should only be in that job for 5 years and get out. And that goes for your HOA boards too. Okay, 199.20 here. 230.04. And I'm talking management, upper echelon in these companies. But if you own the company like Musk, you may stay in my eyes. You started the company, it's yours. 169.35. Everybody else is expendable, including the HOA. Okay, on the 5-minute time frame for Apple. Here we go. See, I looked at this on the monthly and the chart gets wonky, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay, your price targets for Friday. 216, 201.17, and 202.15. 198.04, 196.05, 194.99, and 193.94. I mean, I should have sold out when we were at 260. I should have sold at least just 100 shares, got rid of it, and took some profit. But I am so horrible at selling. I buy and I stockpile and I don't do anything. And that I need to, well, I'll try to get better at letting go of my stock to take profit, to buy it back lower at some other point. But even if I sold it here, I'd still make a ton. Okay, so the middle of the trend takes us to 198.06, 196, 194.98, 193.92. The nice thing is I do collect dividends on this one as well. All right, and the 1-year price target, where are we at? 228.26. And then after that, even though you're like, oh my gosh, we're bleeding out, this is scary, it's the end of the world for Apple. No, look at this, the 1-year price target after the average one, the max is 275. But I've been in Apple for so long. This thing is a slow mover. It doesn't move like Nvda. It doesn't move like AMD where you get these highs and lows, or Tesla. It's just slow and it's boring, but it does pay. It has paid off. Okay, so that is Apple. And let me show you, because I haven't done this in so long, let me go to Nvda. And I don't know why, I've just never been interested in this ticker. Even though I talked about it, I could have bought it at 95 when I saw it at 95 or 85 and I didn't. I'm so stupid, but that's all right. 145.63, but at least I did buy Palantir. 146.27, that's what my handyman said. What's your highest gainer recently? Or what did I buy? Because we like to talk about the stock market together. And I said Palantir, and he said he traded it, and it was so volatile for a while. He hated looking at it because it was so manipulated, and he got out, but I stayed in, and he kicks himself for doing that. 146.95 is the outer band. The middle band, yeah, I don't think I'll ever sell Palantir. I can't because I bought it so cheap. 144.32, 143.04, 142.37, and 141.70. Sell off at resistance, 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 buy in at support, 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 running up. That takes us to resistance, and then obviously you can anticipate choppiness anytime you hit resistance because people are taking their profits. All right, and then here we go. Down here, this gap closed to the downside at 135.37. That is done. This gap tickled this area but did not close, so this is still a threat to the south side at 131.47. That better entry point if you bought high. Let's see, 153.13 is the 52-week high, and then we have a gap to the south side. All right. That is a look at SPY, Microsoft, Apple, and Nvidia. If there's a ticker you want me to go over, let me know, and have a great trading day.